Do you like scary movies? Uh-huh. What's your favorite? Halloween. You know the guy with the white mask and goes around stalking babysitters? What's yours? Guess. Nightmare on Elm Street. Isn't that the guy with the fingers? Yeah, Freddy Krueger. That's the one. Freddy. I like that one. It was scary. Well, the first one was, and the rest sucked. Hey, you have a nice voice. Why, you want to ask me out? Maybe. Do you have a boyfriend? No. You never told me your name. Why do you want to know my name? Because I want to know who I'm looking at. What'd you just say? I mean, I want to know who I'm talking to. That's not what you just said. What do you think I just said? Listen, ass. No, you listen to me, little bitch. Hang up on me again. I'll gut you like a fish, you understand? What do you want? I want to see what your insides look like. Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Scream series. Now, I only have 3 of them, by the way. I only have 3. I have not got the 4th one, but I've got Stan, so I don't really need it. I like that cool background. But yeah, I'm gonna got the Scream series, Scream trilogy. Well, at the time it was. Now it's a franchise, and in order to the new release of Scream 5, which I have heard is really really good, I decided, you know what? Let's review the Scream movies and do a ranking. Actually, I'm gonna do a ranking today. So without further ado, shit, got hair and everything. God. Without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, so, oh god, coming in at last place is Scream 3. Now, I gotta say, this is a pretty cool cover. You know, pretty cool. It's got a cool disc too. Yeah. Gotta say, it's got a pretty good cover. But this movie sucks. I hated it. This was such a disappointment from the original to this. It just, you know, it had some great actors in it, but I just really did not like this movie. I really, really did not like Scream 3. I really hated it. When I think about it, like, when I watched it, I was like, this wasn't too bad. But as time's gone on, I really don't like this movie. It's really disappointing. You know, I mean, I think the whole story of Sydney moves away to the fucking, away from, I forget what the town's called, to the woods, and Gale and the movie. So the movie pretty much takes place after Scream 2, of course, which is Scream 2. So Scream 2 did a kind of a stab, like, kind of, I don't know. I just think that the movies got sillier and sillier as time went on, as the movies went on. By the way, you got some pretty good actors in this. You got Patrick Warburton. You do get a cameo from Carrie Fisher in this, so that was kind of cool. I just did not like this movie. I don't know. I just really didn't like it. It was pretty disappointing. I was really, really disappointed with how they told the story in this, the plot. I don't know. It was just not the Scream movie that I really wanted. I would have preferred if they, you know what I would have preferred? If they killed Sydney, or if they killed one of the two in the second movie. Because how the fuck is Dewey still alive? How is Dewey still alive? He got fucked up in the first 2 movies, and he's in this movie, and the 4th one, and the 5th one. I don't know. And it was just, I know it was directed by Wes Craven, but it was really disappointing. Scream 3. I wasn't a big fan of it. Put it up there. Okay. Now, Scream 2. Now, this movie was pretty good for what it was. It wasn't excellent, but it was well done, I thought. I really did like this movie. I thought that they did a great job with this movie. It was very well done. I don't know. I just really, really liked it a lot, actually. You got Sarah Michelle Gellar, who plays Daphne in the Scooby Doo movies. I realized that she was in. I did not know she was in this movie until I saw it. David Arquette, Neil Campbell, Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, Jada Pinkett Smith is in this. She gets killed. I tell you, the opening scene where Jada Pinkett Smith gets killed, that is one of the most intense scenes. Like, they got all the ghost face masks on. They're in this movie theater with the stab. And that's what I didn't like about the third one, was it, kind of, came a franchise. Those stab one, and those stab one, and then stab two, then it continued to 4. It was just really silly. I just think they should have just stopped, because they just kept making movies about what actually happened in real life, like, in their town. Like, who does that? I would never do that. It was really silly. And I think they got sillier. I think this is where it should have ended. But the scene where she's getting killed, and people are realizing, oh, she's actually dying, and in front of the theater, that scene always gets me. It's sad. It really gets me all the time. I really did love this movie. It was really good. Really good. I tell you, the thing I do not like about this movie is Randy dies. I tell you, if Randy, Sidney were the only survivors and Gale and Dewey died, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but if Gale and Dewey died and Sidney and Randy hit it off and they're the only survivors, and then instead of killing Randy, they could kill off Dewey, and then they could just, continue on. In the third one, with Sidney, them hitting it off, but and I feel like they should have hit him off with this one, but Sidney gets a new boyfriend in this, and his acting was bad. I really, there were some bad moments in this movie. It wasn't as good as the original. I feel like the Jerry O'Connell, yeah, he was the one. He sucked in this movie. He sucked. He was horrible. And his singing was just as bad as his acting. So there were a couple things I didn't like in this movie, but overall it was an average good time for me. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. Unlike the third one, where the third one went down the shit road, this one kind of played the normality, and yeah, I don't know. I really did like Scream 2. I'm just being honest. There we go. I don't have it on me, but Scream 4. Now, Scream 4, in my opinion, is probably one of the most badass horror movies I've seen since... Like, it's one of the most badass horror movies. Like, it is really badass. Ghostface is lethal. And, Ghostface in these two movies is nothing like Ghostface in the first one and the fucking the fourth one. The fourth one, he is out to play. He is out to kill. He's out to butcher people. And I really love that. Emma Roberts is in it, Christian Bale, Britt Robertson, Nev Campbell's in it, and David Arquette, Courtney Cox is in it again. I really loved it. Alison Brie. Yeah, as I said, you got celebrity cameo. Well, not cameos. Some of them are cameos, but most of them are actually real. So Anthony Anderson's in it. Alison Brie. As I said, Emma Roberts, Britt Robertson, which was a cameo, and Christian Bale. They were both cameos at the beginning of the movie, which was really cool. I gotta say, Ghostface was badass. He was really cool in this movie, and he did a lot. And it was really gory. It was really gory. And the first, I tell you, the thing I hated about I'll give the third one here. The thing I hated about this movie is there's literally no deaths. There's no cool deaths in this movie. I think the beginning was a cool death, but everything else, this movie really, even the deaths weren't good. It could have been PG. It could have been PG-13 or M if it wanted to be. It really was a disappointment to the horror franchise, and I really did not like this movie. I honestly really was disappointed with how the and Scream 4 was a big improvement. I'm glad that they improved over Scream 3. Scream 3 put the downfall on the Scream franchise, but then after that they released Scream 4 and it kind of put some more light and brightness into the horror. What made the first Scream movie great was the slasher horror scariness, and Scream 4 did that perfectly. I think it did perfectly more than the other sequels. The other sequels were just cash grab sequels. I feel like the second one should have ended it there. Third one was just another cash grab, and I feel like 4 was kind of a cash grab, but it wasn't at the same time. So I loved Scream 4. Now, yes, let's get to, holy shit, this is a cool cover. The original Scream. This is what I call a great horror film. If you want to see a great horror film, this movie is a masterpiece. I loved it. I was blown away. David Eckhart, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, Matthew Lillard. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Matthew Lillard is whatever his name is, the guy who plays Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo movies. He was the best part of the movie. If you take him out, you take him, Sydney. Like, Sydney's the icon of the movies. She's the icon of the whole series. Okay, she's the iconic character. But if you want to talk about an iconic character in one movie, Matthew Lillard is the dude. It's a screamer, baby. I'll be right back. Hey, I'm getting a beer. You want one? Yeah, sure. I'll be right back. Oh, there's a lot of people here tonight, dude. Oh, I think I'm dying, Billy. I think I'm dying, man. Oh, you hit me with the phone, dick. Where are you, you bitch? Did you really call the cops? You bet your sweet ass I did. My dad's gonna kill me. I always had a thing for you, Sid. Now you're gonna die. That's the rules. No, I didn't kill anybody. Excellent. He was the best part about the movie. I loved Matthew Lillard. As if. You mean as if? Just saying. As if. Just. And do whatever. Yeah. Surprise, Sydney. Love Matthew in this movie. This is by far his best performance. The guy who played Billy Skeet Ulrich, he was good. I gotta say, he was really good. He was actually a creep in this. Drew Barrymore, I tell you, the beginning scene of this movie always gets me. It gets me so much. I was crying. Like, I couldn't believe, like, this girl is getting absolutely fucking butchered outside and her parents are in the house. And then she gets hung and the parents are just falling to the ground. That scene always gets me. This movie was great. This movie will stand the test of time of best horror movies ever. You know, I feel like after this movie, the franchise got sillier and sillier. I feel like this was the movie that you know, I feel like they should have just ended it with this one. Like what they did with Jaws. Like, Jaws should have ended at 1. Texas Chainsaw Massacre should have ended at 1. Halloween ended at 1. Friday the 13th ended at 1. Nightmare on Elm Street ended at 1. They should have just made one movie for the whole thing, and then that's it. There should not be no more horror franchise, because I tell you, the sequels that come after this, Texas Chainsaw, every other horror sequel that I've seen has either been okay or horrible. I tell you, Scream 3 is not as bad as Jason Takes Manhattan. Oh, don't even get me fucking started on Jason Takes Manhattan. Jesus Christ! And Jason X. Oh, fucking Jason X. And, fuck. A New Beginning. Oh, that movie was so stupid. It wasn't even Jason. It was not even Jason. Jason Lives. Actually, that one I didn't mind. That one was pretty cool. The fourth one was my favorite out of the Friday. But I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. But all I'm going to say is Scream is a great masterpiece movie. So, definitely watch this movie. And I recommend these movies. Like, they're fun movies. I mean, I'll get them all here. I mean, the first is by far the best. But, you know, they're fun movies. You know, they're not, you know, like the first one, I recommend the first one. I don't recommend a third one, but I reckon you should watch it just so it makes sense. But don't watch it by itself, because you'll think it's going to suck. And I recommend the second one, and the fourth one I do not have, but I do recommend the fourth one. But I don't recommend this one. But if you're a completionist and you want to finish the trilogy and want to finish the saga, go watch it. Watch it. But, yeah, but, those are the Scream movies. As I said, they're fun movies. I mean, the first one was probably the only one that was really trying to make, like, the first one was so original. Like, this stalker's trying to kill kids in this school, and we're trying to find out who actually is the killer, and we don't know until the end, which is so original, so different from other horror movies. Other horror movies, you know, he actually talks on the phone and tells you you're gonna die before you die, which was cool. So I really did, I loved the first one. So, a lot of cool things on this package here. But yeah, watch the Scream movies. I definitely recommend them. They're fun movies. As I said, they're not excellent like the first one is, but every like, I feel like after the first, everything just got sillier and sillier and stupider, and just the franchise just kind of fell flat for me. I feel like I will be going I will be going to see Scream 5, which I'm really excited to see. But I hope that this is the last Scream movie, because I feel like they need to end it, because the franchise has just gotten so silly and out of hand, and kind of, it's all cliche. Like, the first one wasn't cliche, it was original. The second one was cliche when he kills Mickey. Oh god, like, you know, when Billy says, "Whoa," like, that was original. And then they did it with the second one, then the third one, then the fourth one, and it just got more cliche, and I could just predict things I could predict. I knew what was coming, and I knew, and it just got predictable and really silly. So I just hope that this is the last one. But anyway, that's my review on Scream. Let me know what you know in the comments, and if you like the video, just, you know, hit me up on YouTube, and have a great night. See you guys.